Our expert trick this week is orbit, which is where the dog will start in one position and then will back around you in a circle and end up back in their starting position, generally called orbit. How to start this trick: if you have treats in both hands, we're just going to start by luring. So if the dog's standing, and we're going to move our hand around and backwards at the same time, treating as we go. Once they're halfway around, we then use the other hand to bring them around. Good boy. And then switch over again onto that first hand. Excellent. So again, hands in both, tricks in both hands. And start at the side of us. And we're just going to lure back and switch hands and across the front, and then switch hands again, and there we go. Once they're good at that, you'll then switch to using your hand signal on one side without the treats, and you pick them up behind you with the other hand. And then it's just a case of delaying when they're getting that trait. So if we start again, I'm going to orbit, and then pick up, and bring him around. Good boy. And again, good boy. Now Jasper actually knows this trick on this side, so I can actually just ask for an orbit, and around he goes. Good boy. So that's our final trick. If I put him onto the other side, you'll see he's not quite as close. So as he goes around, okay, now he is. The way I generally tighten these up is you'll often find they're quite close to you going the side and behind. It's when they get this side they end up a bit wide and all sorts of weird things happen. So if you find that, there's a couple of ways of dealing with it. Sit. One, you can use X-pen gates, so you can actually have 4 or 6 gates around you as a pen, and that will give your dog a barrier to go around. Or you could do it in a corner. You'll get the same thing of a physical barrier to keep them in. But what I generally like to do, because Jasper doesn't particularly like barriers and that pressure feeling, is if they've got the starting side and behind you nice and set, then what I do is I actually turn my body so that they're doing starting side, behind, rather than having to come up the opposite side and across the front. So I'll show you what I mean there. Just a stand. Okay, so rewind. So he's going to go behind me. I'm going to turn, pick him up on this side, and again down side and behind me. Good boy. And you'll find that after a few reps of doing that, where they're never having to do that hard side, they will actually tighten up naturally. So it's always just on my, at the moment, right side and behind. And because he can do those sides really easily, it then transfers quite nicely. So get it? So just try on the side again. Ready? Rewind. So see, it didn't quite go nice and tight there. So rewind. Good. And again, rewind. That's much better. Good boy. So the goal of this trick, being an expert trick, you will lose the lure. You'll have no lures in your hand. You can treat at the end of your trick, but it will be, Jasper, just a case of starting position, orbit, and then we'll go all the way around, good boy, and then treat at the end. So have a go at that one. It can take quite a while to get that idea. If you have any problems, pop your videos up with your questions and I'll see if I can help you troubleshoot, because there are different ways of getting these tricks and it all depends on the dog in front of you, what they will actually accept and what they won't accept as help in these things. So have a go at that and show me how you're going.